First of all, I think everyone should try to find something they're passionate about in their life. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like solve world hunger. It's okay if you want to do that. That's pretty good. But you ought to find something. You pick it. It could be a business thing. We want to build a better chip. We want to make the internet faster. We want to do this. We want to do that. It could be a science thing. It could be a public interest thing. I don't care. Find a passion. You don't have to get it right away. You can be patient about it. You can develop later in your life. But be on the lookout for it. Because that's what makes an interesting life, is you find something you're passionate about and you say, okay, I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to work on it for a while. And it gives you some reason to go through all the crap that happens in life, especially, if you pick a challenging thing, there'll be a lot of bad things happen. The harder the challenge, the more difficulties you encounter. But pick a passion and then follow it as long as you can. Along the way, lesson number 2, use the fastest and surest ways to promote or get to your goal. This is getting back to entrepreneurism. At any point in time, say, what is the surest method of progressing my goal? Not the one that's going to make me the most money or the most fame, whatever. I believe that rewards come from following your passion and having success at that. And all the other stuff you care about in life will take care of itself if you are true to your beliefs and you picked a good goal to go after. And so sometimes you take a step forward, sometimes you take a step backwards, but if you continue following it, you want to always look for what is the surest way to get there. And that's how sometimes you say, it's not the entrepreneurial process. I should develop this product here at the company I'm at already because it'll be quicker or I'm more sure to get done on time, and so on. Remember, third rule, entrepreneurism, use it as a last resort. It is not the first tool, it's the last tool. It's when you're up against the wall and there's nothing else you can do and you say, well, it's the only thing I can do now is just throw it all away and start over, then do it. If you try to do it at other times, you'll have problems. If you only use it as a last resort, then it's usually a successful tool. And as I said, the more ambitious the goals you have, the more likely you'll have to use the entrepreneurism process, and in some cases maybe multiple times, as in my case. And then finally, work smartly. This is just a catch-all for a bunch of little things I want to put in here and together. One is, I don't believe you have to work really hard, like long hours, to do a lot of significant things in your life. It doesn't require that. It requires making the right decisions at the right time, the critical decisions along the way. Should I do this, go this route or this way? Should I raise money or sell the company? And so on. And you make those decisions over and over again. Those are the critical junctures. And if you make those critical decisions right, then pretty much everything else flows along. If you're finding yourself having to work 20 hours a day, then you've got something wrong going on. For most of the time my kids were young, I had this rule that I always have breakfast and dinner with them. I still have that rule, except they're not there now, but because they're teenagers and they're off doing their things all the time. But that was a rule I had, and I found you could, unless you're traveling, and I tried not to travel that much, you can actually do that, and you'd be amazed that life continues if you don't at the office every day. Keep your eye on the goal. Don't let it get away from you. Don't forget why you started this thing or what you were trying to accomplish, because everyone wants you to forget it all the time. There are all these contingencies that come along and are always forcing you to do this and forcing you to do that. Just what am I trying to accomplish here? What is the ultimate goals? And it sounds easy, but it's actually pretty hard to do that. But if you really do that, it'll work. And then finally, try to have fun. I say try because it's really not possible to have fun all the time. Business, when you do anything challenging, it's always full of, it's day-to-day crisis. That's what business is. It's crisis a day. And only at the end of the day, you actually get back and look at it and say, hey, that was pretty good. So you got to try to have fun as you go through these crises moment to moment. The point is that, you just got to have faith that in the end of the day, it's all going to turn out well. And therefore, don't sweat it too much. And every day when there's a new crisis, try to remind yourself saying, hey, you know what? We'll get through this. Just follow the goal, follow the mission, and you'll get there.